Hello, Libra. Welcome to your weekly reading or to your reading for June 23rd to the 30th. This is for Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising, and we are going to do the rest of the month. Let's jump right in. Libra, we are here. You see, we have the luckiest day of 2025. We have the luckiest, one of the best new moons of the year as well. This is what I call dream maker energy. And you're experiencing that anyway with Saturn and Neptune conjuncting in Aries, right? Turning your dreams into reality. But here's the thing, you're entering really new territory here, exploring new horizons. I would not be looking at what's going on for Libras right now. You are one of the signs that's got it, like your life is completely changing. Everyone, pretty much every sign's like doing new things, entering this new territory, new horizons, but you are going through some major change. And one thing that I just want to tell you, just looking at what's going on for you, right now you just may feel restless. You may feel really restless. Like there are some things that you ought to do, you ought to get going with. You could feel that energy. Just remember what I said with Saturn in Aries. Practice patience, practice patience. All the things you want will come. All right, this is a seeding point. This is a seeding point. You're gonna feel really good with this. Now, even the day of the new moon and the Jupiter Kazimi, which, by the way, if you are here for career, that is in your 10th house of career and fame and public recognition. Even if you're not here for career, it's whatever you're exerting your energy that you want to be known for, where you're putting that energy because it's also your reputation, it's honors, it's achievements, it's so much happening for you. But everything that's happening around this time, like all these planets and new signs and all these aspects and, those early degrees of new beginnings at the time of the new moon right after the solstice. Are you joking me? This is huge. So welcome to your brand new era. All right. This is going to be really even visceral. You're having a lot. This is very spiritual time for you. You are really thinking about your life path, your purpose. You're seeing things that you want. It's very nirvanic. All this new energy. Use it. Use it. It's consciousness expanding. And I think that I said in my last live stream that there's just so much, there's just a lot happening. So let's just dive right in. What I was going to say is that it doesn't matter what sign you are. And I know a lot of y'all read for your sun, your moon, your rising. That amplifies so many different areas of your life. Okay. And because it's at early degrees, hitting all the modalities, all these aspects, and the new moon and the Kazimi, everything mixed in together, every sign is going to feel the impact of what's happening now, especially the solstice. If you saw your last week's reading, I talked about that. Okay. So keep that in mind. I'll bring that up a little bit later, but you are going through some radical changes right now. All right. And just watch them unfold. Watch them unfold. Again, seeding point. Now, Monday, I threw in Mars exalted Jupiter here. All right. Because remember, that's happening Saturday. It's so strong. Those two inner planets, you're really going to feel it. The week before, you felt it. Moving into this week, next week, you're really going to feel it. Okay. So threw that in there. I talked about it last week. Again, there's something here where you're having this awakening, especially about your future moving forward, how you want to be seen, career choices, professions, as well as your path forward with those as well. But this is really big. Leadership, social status, all of that. Now, Sunday, June 22nd, remember, you're feeling Mars exalted Jupiter. And, Monday, June 23rd, you're feeling that. But then also, you throw in the fact the moon is going to be in Gemini, and moon's going to be in Gemini on the day of the Jupiter Kazimi, the sun conjunct Jupiter. That is going to be in your 9th house. So again, there is something really like you are having some big awakening, this really big shift in perspective, mindset. There may be something here with travel that you're thinking about, publishing, broadcasting. There may be something here with education, learning, maybe something online, maybe teaching as well. Maybe you've already come into that role. But either way, the moon in Gemini will trine Pluto in Aquarius. So that does hit like your 5th house and the 2nd house. So, I mean, you've got money stuff here. You've got self-worth, self-value. Your confidence is, you're really processing things basically, and you're gonna have more fun. Just know that Mercury will square Chiron this day. So for you, Libra, and I know that my audio is really low, so I'm gonna throw in a lot of extra things for you here. Last week the audio was low, so there is something here with Mercury squaring Chiron. I really want you to pay attention to, because there is, I mean, you throw in the moon in Gemini, right? Moon, emotion, subconscious, intuition, feelings, but Gemini's the mind, right? And then Mercury is, Gemini's ruler. It's in Cancer, but squaring Chiron, that's in Aries. So what does this mean for you? There may be something here that you're processing, and it could be, you could be very cerebral, very spiritual, very psychological. In any case, healing, right? Chiron, old wounds. There may be something here in the way that you see relationships, partnerships, career, relationships with your boss, authority figures, even father or paternal figure. There's something here. Maybe some things from the past may come up, maybe even just subconsciously, something that you're thinking about. Process it. Unroot it if you have to. Remember, this is, the wounded healer. It's Chiron. It's doing this profound healing. All right. And so this is a great opportunity for you to do that. Also marriage too. Now, Tuesday, and second marriage actually for y'all too as well. Now, Tuesday, June 24th, this is why you want to do all of that healing and let things go, because this is when we have the Jupiter Kazimi. And so this is rare. It happens once a year. It's the sun with Jupiter. There's something huge brewing for you now, developing for you now. All right. Why? Because it's at 3 degrees. Okay. That is the Gemini degree. The moon will be in Gemini. So something really stimulating. But again, for you, I just see this big shift in the way that you're seeing something, or your philosophy. And again, education, teaching, even bringing in maybe more like ancient wisdom. This is all about inner wisdom, your philosophies. There's something there, publishing, broadcasting, travel. But at the end of the day, it's just very stimulating for you. Okay. There could be some great ideas that you have, conversations you have. Again, travel may be a thing, but the biggest thing of all, it is the sun conjunct Jupiter in Cancer, right? So that is, again, your 10th house of career, fame. So you just kind of have to like blend everything together. And then it also brings in there's so much work stuff here, as in processing, thinking about work, career, your reputation, everything like that I mentioned earlier may really, really change for you now. Remember Jupiter's blessings, right? So these are the two biggest planets in the solar system fusing their energies together. And they're helping you expand your horizons. And, again, it is a seeding point for your personal growth and your spiritual growth. And it is this huge boost. And remember, Jupiter does its best in Cancer for all signs. Yeah. Jupiter the Greater, benefic, exalted, meaning, by the way, he not only has his resources to support you and for you to benefit, he has a surplus of resources. So again, Jupiter Kazimi, this is the sun in Jupiter, hope, optimism, good spirits, joy, a new cycle, yeah, for a whole year. And it's happening right at the heels of the solstice, which I explained, that's all about the season of growth and expansion and abundance. That's what Jupiter and Cancer is, and that's aligning with it. So, remember, it's been 12 years, and a lot of this, again, will focus on your 10th house of career and fame. And then there's an element of work here as well as launching new things, starting your business, having important conversations. There's really just a lot of work. I, again, would not be surprised if you're signing things these days. All right. Especially from this point forward. And yes, a huge emphasis on home and family in a really big way for you. Really big way with Jupiter in Cancer. And then you've got Saturn in Aries. Saturn, rules natively your 4th house of home and family. So there's partnerships, career, love, marriage, your sister, a lawyer, accountant, it doesn't matter, it's just one-on-one. And then there's all this family stuff with work stuff. So here's the thing. You've got Jupiter sextiling Mars all week. That's a window of opportunity. That's what sextiles are, to help you thrive and prosper. But you've got to take the action. It's Mars, and you have to give it energy here. No ifs, ands, or buts. This is huge. And again, you're going to see just things happen naturally. Take that action. Use this conjunction as a seeding point because it is happening right at the time of the new moon where you plant seeds anyway. And the new moon, it's basically, they're all happening at once. So this is going to take you far, okay? Develop your new visions, new structures, new goals that you want for yourself with career, with relationships, with home, but also further the ones that you're on because a lot of y'all already knew things have already begun for a lot of y'all. And remember, let me make this clear. It is the sun and Jupiter. Okay, this is love and gratitude and enlightenment and self-belief. So vibrate at that frequency to create the reality that you deserve. Seize this day. There's nothing in your way. And remember, everything is energy. And I say it all the time, and that's you. You are energy, your feelings, your thoughts, the words that come out of your mouth, the things that you write, everything is energy. You're putting it into existence. And this is the sun and Jupiter that are high frequency energies. So if you are doubting yourself, if you're still writing, nothing happens for me, that's the reality you create for yourself, okay? The sun and Jupiter don't understand how to process that energy. So you have to vibrate at their frequency now, okay? But it looks like you naturally will. I told you, you're restless. You're ready. You're going to feel this. You are going to feel this, Libra. And when I say that, it is the same thing with Mars. The way you take action with Mars is the same thing with Uranus. You having your breakthroughs or you feeling love and comfort with Venus. Same thing with all the planets, but you've got the sun and Jupiter together. That's a powerhouse of this really amazing, like, positive energy. So yes, you can rewire your brain too. I've given you all the tools, visualization, sound. Just go through all the, every reading, but use that. All right. Feel inspired and find that bliss. This is a time of brand new energies. Yeah. A new world. You see changes happening, but this is world astrology is very different from personal horoscopes. You're not a country. You're not you know what I mean? Like, so this is you adapting to changes, but you being that leader that Saturn is asking of everybody. You're a cardinal sign. You don't need Saturn to tell you. You're naturally a leader, Libra, but this is a brand new era for you and a brand new you. All right. I truly want the best for you. You see me getting, like I want Libra Nation. I'm here for you. I'm going to be your, 10th grade PE coach. All right. Now, a lot of y'all are going to feel the blessings right on the day. Days before, I already said, a lot of y'all already felt it, right? This conjunction is so strong. You feel it days before. But like I said, it's a seeding point. Every Libra is different. You all have different birth charts. You're all going to see this like unravel in different ways and at different times. And remember, everything is divine timing too. Remember, Saturn in Aries. Practice patience. You're Libras. You're good at this anyway, right? So you're going to see things happen, okay? Even things emerging weeks from now. This is really big. A lot of y'all are moving, by the way. I tell you that. A lot of y'all are moving or doing something with home or buying real estate or selling property, especially by next month. But anyway, just know that you're going through a big shift. Okay. Now, Wednesday, June 25th, we have that new moon in Cancer. It's happening at 6:30 a.m. That is a.m. Eastern Standard Time, my time, New York City time. Convert that to wherever you are in the world, but a.m. So look how it's basically happening at the same time as the Jupiter Kazimi. That's how lucky this new moon is. Jupiter is conjuncting the new moon. And the moon rules Cancer. It's a new moon in Cancer. And it's at home. Remember, Cancer rules that fourth house. The domain of the fourth house. It's at home here. All right? Because what are the chances This new moon's happening at 4 degrees, which happens to be the Cancer degree. You can't make this up. This is that everything aligning. And in numerology, 4, yeah, that's, structure building, foundation building, practical, material, being real with yourself. It's a sense of balance here against your Libra. You know all about balance. You know all about the 4 elements, 4 seasons, 4 directions, 4. Anyway, this is big. You've got Jupiter supercharging this new moon in ways you haven't seen in years. There's just something big happening. And the last time it happened was March 2nd, 2022. Okay. So think about what happened around that time for you. That was in Pisces. There was something big with health or work that was happening around that time for you. But again, what's happening here, completely different from that new moon. Okay. With all this fresh new energy, planets and brand new signs that many that we have not seen in our lifetime. Yeah. It's been hundreds of years for at least 4 of them. So here's 3 of them. Now, here's the other thing. This is one where Jupiter, remember, conjuncting the new moon and the sun and sextiling Mars. I mean, this is a party. This new moon takes the cake. You're going to feel so empowered. You're going to feel this strong sense of direction, optimism, and you're going to feel very spiritually moved with Mars and Virgo in your 12th, which is, it is rest and retreat, and it's healing. Yeah. And it's also like hidden matters. It's very nebulous, that 12th house. It's everything beyond the physical plane. So very spiritual. Dreams. Your dreams are going to be heightened. They're telling you messages. 12th house intuition, right? So hidden matters, right? So a lot of things being revealed for you around this time, and you having these moments of clarity. Have fun with this double day, all right? It is be your own boss energy, all this cardinal energy, but have fun with this as you create your new reality. It is the sun and Jupiter, and you will find that success for whatever you are manifesting. It is self-belief, right? Self-belief, and remember, success isn't a reaction. Yeah, it's not a reaction. It is a decision. So you have to decide where you want to be 6 months from now for the corresponding full moon, December 2025. Have that self-belief and that inner wisdom, and you're gonna feel this, honestly, with everything that's happening for you, like almost like this higher calling. All right. So, and you're coming after that Jupiter Saturn square anyway, that was like testing you with career, with everything that you wanted. And, all of that partnerships and relationships as well, maybe legal matters and marriage, but that only makes you stronger, right? Any challenges. And I say this, life isn't a Disney movie. We have challenges every day. That was a big one. But I also say, even in Disney movies, all the main characters, all the heroes, they go through challenges to get to that fairy tale ending. So you have to use anything that may have been challenging or a little bit squeezed to feel empowered. And I'm just telling you this because you've got a lot of different activations where it's like, okay, there's a lot happening for Libras right now, but wow, just wait. Again, practice patience and use all those tools like, hemisync, binaural beats, music, sound. It is the key to the universe. Vision boards, visualize, create those new neural pathways, journal, all of that. All right. Good things come to those who wait, and they will come. You're good, actually, looking at what's happened for you. You're especially, you're great. Okay. So anyway, you've got the only thing, again, it's just maybe that restless feeling. So you've got to work with that because it is Mars in Virgo, and Virgo does rule the nervous system. It is in your 12th house. It is Mars. So if there's anything that comes up where you start doubting yourself, squash it immediately, right? Remember, you got Jupiter and the sun, all about self-belief and optimism and knowing that everything you want, you're going to get. All right. Now, I'm going to throw in some extra things for you because of the audio issue last week. I want you to pay attention to, first, I'm just going to give you a little bit of a heads up now. You do have a new moon in Leo next month in your 11th house of your future hopes, which is long-term goals and dreams, and your social network, benefactors, allies, your support system. Amazing. That's a bonkers new moon. But the next time we are going to have a new moon conjunct Jupiter, grab your pens, yeah, will be August 15th, 2026, okay? So not too far away. And mark this in your calendar because this is happening like just right before your birthday season. So this one takes the entire cake store, right? Because this is an eclipse that will conjunct Jupiter. Mark it in your calendar. It's also in Leo. It's happening in your 11th house of your future hopes, long-term goals, wishes, dreams, your support system, social media too. There may be something there with social media, but here's the other thing. I already talked about this in your Saturn Neptune video. Okay, so watch that. I even pulled cards on July, August 2026 because they're really big months. So if you want to know what you can expect for you around that time, I'll leave it at the end of this video. But anyway, back to this new moon in Cancer. Remember, this is going to be a 6-month cycle. Jupiter Kazimi, a whole year cycle. So you've got that overlap here. Jupiter in Cancer is all about care and love. Yeah. Self-love, humility, heart and soul. I say it all the time. We don't have souls. Our souls have bodies. Okay. We are spiritual beings. All right. Having a human experience. Therefore, we do have hearts. And every time the heart beats, it generates energy. All right. And there is a physiological component to it where, you know, when you have that gratitude, it swells and expands this super conscious love. And so this new moon is giving like mama bear energy, Paddington bear, Care Bears, all of that, all about care, all about love, all about healing, spreading love. But when you set intentions for this new moon, when you plant your seeds, do it from the heart. Speak what you want into the ether. Remember, energy, put your energy out there, okay? Because there is a sense of nurturing right now. And remember, the solstice, all about that growth. Now, the seeds that you plant, it's all about nurturing what you're about to grow, okay? And your intuition is going to be off the charts with this new moon in Cancer, and you got Mars in Virgo. Wow. And then, yeah, just keep that in mind, okay? This is a lot of taking care of yourself and your loved ones and your family. And remember, it is Cancer, you're another cardinal sign, all this cardinal energy. So you're going to feel that leadership sense of like taking on that leader role, especially with career. I would not be surprised if you're getting like, there's so much happening here. But remember, this is also the last super new moon of the year. And that just means it's orbiting so close to Earth. You're going to really feel the energies. I've talked about this, right? The moon, it has huge impact on us, on our ocean tides, on animal, everything. It locks the oceans, the tides. And we're made of what, 70% water. The moon has an impact on us. This is a very potent new moon, conjuncting Jupiter, all about blessings, abundance, luck, good fortune. Please plant those seeds. What do you want to reap in 6 months? Okay. You're going to be in a very completely different place by the time we get to December, even before that, honestly. But in terms of career, a lot of y'all are going to be famous with your books or acting, whatever you, or, you know, CEO of a company, whatever it is you want. There's so much, it's your 10th house of fame. All right. So, and that's just you, Libra, and nobody else. Remember, this is just you. Jupiter expands. And so the fact that you have it aligning with the sun and moon and Mars, take that action, please. You're going to feel this drive. You're going to feel that passion. All right. Mars is really helping. You see Mercury, by the way, sextile Uranus. Oh, we'll talk about that. But that overlaps. Okay. And the sun sextile Mars, that overlaps. So you see how huge this new moon is. So these aspects you feel days before, days after. So there is this immensity to these 2 days. All right. You're gifted this portal to create this amazing reality for yourself. So I love this. Please take action. Now, if you are a cross watcher, if you watch for your rising or your moon, or for your husband, your kid, your cat, it would be the water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. They're going to feel this the most, okay? But I just told you all the reasons why every sign is going to feel this strongly. If you know your natal chart, if you have any planets between 2 to 6 degrees of any of the water signs I just mentioned, or Virgo and Taurus, I'm going to throw that in as well. You're going to feel this. Now, Thursday, June 26th, yes, Mercury will sextile Uranus and Taurus at 29 degrees, critical degree. That anaretic degree, this is a graduation. There's a peak moment happening for you right now. Mercury being the lower octave of Uranus, this is very innovative, inventive. Uranus being the great awakener. So what's happening here is enormous because you've got Mercury in Cancer, right? With Jupiter, with the sun, with the new moon, all of that. Having this amazing vibe with Uranus in your 8th house of not only transformation, regeneration, relationships, deep, powerful relationships, can be love, can be career, business partners, but also wealth building. There's money stuff here for you. And this is in terms of like royalties and loans and investments, inheritance. It's bonuses, commissions, taxes. It's royalties. Did I say that? Everything that's like not salary based. So there's something here that's really, really amazing. And it's either you having this bolt of clarity, you know, just thinking outside the box too, or having this breakthrough. Mercury is the mind. But there's also something here where you could get good news out of nowhere. Mercury is the messenger, right? But there is just something to look out for. And again, something just very future forward. It is like a fortune cookie, honestly, because you just don't know what the message is, but you know it's going to be good. Like, this is going to be amazing. It's happening at the same time of the new moon, the Kazimi. With that said, there could be like a sliding doors moment where you meet someone out of nowhere. That person becomes your soulmate. Like, you're on a subway station, you take the wrong subway. There could be some kismet moments. You could see, you know, the universe is, you know, sending you those winks, right? Oh, but you got to be vibrating the high frequency again, like to see them. But just pay attention to what happens around these days. Now, the last thing is that this is going to be the second to last Uranus and Taurus planetary aspect for the next 84 years. Okay? Well, I mean, Uranus will go back into Taurus at the end of the year for a little bit, for a few months, but you get what I'm saying. Uranus will be moving into Gemini in 2 weeks from now. And when that happens, Uranus is going to give you a parting gift, a big one. July 3rd it is, and we'll talk about more next month. I did a July astrology overview if you want to check that out, but Venus will conjunct Uranus, okay, at 29 degrees. Venus is your ruler. So this is, again, we're talking about Venus, right? In your 8th house, Venus and Uranus in your 8th house, those breakthroughs, those surprises with love and relationships and money. There you go. Yeah, I mean, you've got, like, you're good. All right. Now, who's going to feel this the most? Well, fixed signs, Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius, and I'm throwing in Cancer, Pisces, Gemini, Virgo. Okay. If you know your birth chart, if you have any planets in any of the earth signs that I just mentioned, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or Cancer, if you have any planets between 27 to 29 degrees, you're going to feel it. But again, everyone is going to feel this because you also have the sun sextiling Mars. And that's exact on this day. And the sun and Mars, they're really traveling at the same pace at this point. So again, you're going to feel it all week. The sun sextile Mars, you're going to feel it the week after. This is a powerhouse, especially with Jupiter and Cancer as well. I mean, this is major. There's big moments. I wouldn't even surprise if a lot of y'all turn out to be like spiritual healers in some capacity, spiritual leaders in some capacity. But there's again that surge of optimism, confidence, vitality. It's the sun with Mars, this window of opportunity. There's this passion, this drive, this courage, right? With Mars, you're going to feel very physically driven as well. This is very like healthy relationships in, home, work, a lifestyle, the creative endeavors, a lot of heart and soul energy with the sun and Mars, but also that like passion. You're really going to feel this. I love what's happening for you. Now, there's a lot happening for you. Like you're going to get the attention that you're seeking, that you deserve with all this 10th house energy. And then also it touches again your third and your sixth. So I just wouldn't be surprised if there's a lot of communication or you're starting something new. And there is possibly like a focus on health as well. All right. As well as work. It's the biggest thing. Now, earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And I'm going to throw in Cancer, Leo, Aries, and Scorpio. Those are the signs that's going to feel the sun sextile Mars the most. If you have any planets 3 to 7 degrees in any of the earth signs or Cancer, you're going to feel it the most. But again, everyone's going to feel this. It's all happening at the same time with everything else. They're just days apart. So now, and we're not even done with that day. We're continuing with Thursday. You've got Mercury moving into Leo now. And so this is just everything that you've worked on for the past 2 months. Yeah. Everything that you've worked on. You are now, Mercury's picking up that energy, all the action that you took in terms of your future hopes, long-term goals, wishes, dreams, aspirations, and your social network, your support system, your benefactors, allies, all of that. This is your 11th house. Now you're going to be talking the talk. It's Mercury, the messenger, also the mind. You're going to be processing things. This is ideas as well, communication, but with passion. There's romance here. There's the arts, there's love, there's creativity. And also, to be honest, like it's Leo. So there is an element of fame here as well. So you've got that doubly so with Jupiter and Cancer in your 10th house of fame. So this is just really big, okay? And it does, and by the way, you know how, and this is actually, one of the reasons why I think Mars in Virgo could be really nice for you is that we had Mars, and remember, that's only until August, right? 6. And then guess where Mars goes? August 6th. In your sign, you get Mars for 2 months, Libra. So anyway, when we think about Mars in Virgo right now, remember Mars was in Cancer and Leo, flip-flopping between those two signs for the past 10 months. That never happens, is because of that retrograde. So it's almost like this relief, for you. But anyway, a lot of y'all are going to find it's more like that spirit. It's like that spirituality is really strong right now. And because I'm giving you a little bit extra here, mid-July, remember, Mercury will retrograde. So do everything that you can before mid-July, right? Things that you want to launch. And because of that retrograde, you're going to have Mercury in Leo until September. So that's a long time. That's Mercury in one sign the entire summer, basically. Anyway, what's not on the whiteboard, and you are absolutely going to love this, Libra. You've got Venus, your ruler, on this day. Yeah, you got Venus sextiling the North Node and trining the South Node in Virgo. All right. Remember, Venus is in Taurus at home. Love, money, relationships in your 8th house of relationships and money. I mean, there's something here you're really going to feel, as in, like, this is my destiny. You're going to feel your heart really like swell. This is beautiful. This is, North Node, your mission statement. You throw a Neptune. Remember, Neptune, you see the Neptune aspect coming up, the trines. You're going to feel that now. All right. Neptune is the higher octave of Venus. So there is a sense of love here and just feel good energy. It's very spiritual and soulful. And so you're still feeling Mercury, right? Sextile Uranus and Taurus in the same place, your eighth house of death and rebirth and transformation. Only you, Libra. Okay. And also remember, relationships, love, career, doesn't matter. And then wealth building. So you've got something that you're really going to feel, all right? Maybe this big breakthrough. And remember, I just told you Venus will conjunct Uranus July 3rd. That's the perfection. That's the day it happens. You're feeling that now. It's building up to that moment, all right? And the other thing is Venus's lover, Mars, right, is sextiling Jupiter. You've got giving you that window of opportunity to take that action. Okay. Jupiter is all about expansion, luck, but also higher mind, that shift in perspective that I was telling you about that I feel like you're going to have right off the bat. And that's going to make all the difference. So use this. Now, another little extra thing I'm going to give you when we get to September, and please mark this in your calendar, September 1st. That's when you're going to have Jupiter perfectly aligned, trining the North Node and sextiling the South Node. And so that is Jupiter in your 10th house of career, trining the North Node in your 6th house of work. Okay. Yeah. So when we get to your birthday season, you're also going to have Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto, the three outer planets, in this insanely strong mini trine, and that you're already feeling now, but you, like I said, you feel it strongly in July, August, September. But they're going to be in this mini trine at 1 degree. That degree of new beginnings, these new things that are happening in your life. And remember, Uranus will be trining Pluto. I talked about this in your Saturn Neptune video. This is the perfect trine. And you're also going to feel the vibe of, we have a fire trine, and this is all on September 1st. Therefore, you're going to feel a lot of this energy throughout, days before, days after, even like months, right? But the perfect fire trine with the moon in Sagittarius, Mercury in Leo, Chiron in Aries. There's just something big happening for you. There's something big happening for you. All right. So now, over the weekend, Friday, June 27th, Saturday, June 28th, you got Mercury trine Saturn and Neptune, okay? So this is fiery, right? Mercury in Leo, Saturn in Aries at 1 degree. So that critical degree, the very new beginning of this energy that you're feeling now. And this is all about commitments. This is all about long-term goals. And for you, it's your future hopes, wishes, dreams. There's friendships, community, groups you belong to. There's family energy, so your significant other. But it's your 7th house of partnerships and relationships anyway. So if you're single, wow, you're on a mission. You're going to make it happen. And you've got so much in your favor. The other thing is, it's legal matters. You're signing things. It's contracts. It's marriage. So amazing. Okay, this is when you talk the talk and you walk the walk. You're setting things in stone. You're earning your stripes. This is you being that authority, taking on that leadership role that Saturn and Aries is asking of you. Mars and Virgo is helping ground you. You throw in Neptune, Mercury trine Neptune. That's, remember, turning your dreams into reality, but Neptune is amplifying that creativity, that compassion and artistry, ideals, imagination. And Saturn here, you are serious about it. None of that floaty energy from mid-month, the Neptune squares. No it clown. You're good. You're gonna feel this. It is very spiritual. It is very mentally, visually stimulating. And if you are, by the way, it's so poetic. It's use this for advertising, PR, marketing. It's Mercury, yeah? Launching new things, being curious about things. But it's also Neptune. If you're an artist of any type, if you're a painter, creative writer, any of that, the storytelling, I mean, this is beautiful for that energy, okay? Fantasy writing, fantasy books, anything you want, all right? Oscar Wilde had this, right? Big Libra. Big Libra. He had Mercury trine Neptune in his chart. Anyway, the moon will be in Leo this day as well. So you're just going to feel this inner child feel really good. I want you to be very social around this time with the moon in Leo in your 11th. Remember, that's other people. It's your friendships. It's all of that. Okay. You're really feeling Neptune, sextile Pluto at this point. But again, we'll talk more about that, next month. Anyway, or next week for July. If you know your chart, planets, first of all, if you're a cross watcher, all the fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, and all the air signs, that would be Gemini, you, and Aquarius, you are going to feel these trines the most. And if you have any planets 0 to 3 degrees of any of the fire signs or any of the air signs, you would definitely feel it. Now, Sunday, the 29th, please pay attention to what I say. You're going to have Mercury opposite Pluto. But you will also have the moon in Virgo conjuncting Mars, okay? They are going to be sextiling the sun and Jupiter, which is great. You have this double sextile with these 4 planets. So you're going to feel this emotionally, mentally, physically, spiritually, this empowerment. But again, the moon in Virgo, that is your 12th house. And so the 12th house, like I said, is a subconscious intuition. That's what the moon is. You could be really, really like psychic level spiritual. But with the Mercury's opposition of Pluto, just try not to think or speak anything where you're taking it to extremes. All right. With Pluto here. That's it. Okay. And then you'll be fine. That's all. Because remember, it can bring up those lower expressions of the 12th house, which would be like self-sabotage, self-doubt. Remember, you don't want that energy. You have this self-belief and optimism and all of that. So let's get started. Libra, let's see what's going on for you. Oh gosh, let's see what's going on for you. All right, Libra, for June 23rd to the 30th. Libra, sun, moon, and rising. Libra, oh my gosh. Y'all crack me up. Libra Nation, how are y'all doing? Y'all all right? It's like, I know, it's getting hot. Things are happening. I do a traditional culture cross spread, offers the best overview. If we need to pull clarifiers, you know that we will. And then Libra, I love y'all. All right. I actually need my glasses. I can't even see a thing. You're good. As the fax machine says, you are good as much as that. You are good. Oh my gosh. You got a bunch of those. I can't even, I'll give you, sure. Give you a second to take a screenshot, whatever you need to do. Let's get started. You got the Fool. Yeah. There you go. Your brand new journey that I just spoke about, your brand new era. And you're in a place where you're like, F it, I'm taking risks anyway. You're trusting your intuition. You know the universe is taking care of you. You're good, okay? You got the full abundance of the sun here with the actual sun card. You're going to feel all that life force energy, that vitality, that optimism. You're on your way. You're on your way. And letting... It's almost like you're letting everything go anyway. Anything that you don't want to bring on this journey, and you're on a big one, okay? Queen of Pentacles in the heart of your spread. So there is that sense of like, what did I say earlier with all this wealth building, all this money, but also your physical world, right? That's everything that I talked about earlier. It's right here for you. It's right here for you, especially in the home sector and the family sector. Yeah, that's gonna be a big thing for all Libras. Home and family, security, protection, taking care of, like she's mother hen, she's mama bear. She's got her hands underneath the pentacle. serving, helping, supporting. So she gets to build, because she's the richest queen, she gets to build the world that she wants to live in. How'd she do that? Confidence, all right? Confidence. She didn't say, oh, I hope I am the queen of pentacles one day. No, she said, you know what? I know I'm going to be the queen of pentacles. That's why she's here. And she did it not just for herself, for the people that she loves. All right, building the world for them. And then remember, I talked about right now, we're in a period of like growth and expansion for new things that you're growing in your life. You'll see that little bunny rabbit in the corner. Yeah, representing that growth and fertility. And yeah, yep, big, big. So yeah, that's where you're gonna be. You're playing that role. Take that action. There's a lot of like, vibrations of the magician with the Queen of Pentacles. So it's a card of action, making all that magic happen. It's like that spirit, that blood, that passion, all of that right here. Okay. And she is Capricorn. And so again, a lot of attention, home, family, nurturing, self-care, all of that. Okay. Real estate, even. You got the Wheel of Fortune. You have your challenge area. All right. So two things here that are coming up. One, well, you're already on a new path, and there may be a change of direction for you. And you may see that may be your Jupiter Kazimi moment, something that you needed to see. Right. And so that's really great. The second thing that's coming up is that, Second thing that's coming up is that there's very much likely going to be a point where this is a card of like luck. Yeah. It can be, just don't rely on luck so much, even though it is the luckiest week. You still have to take that action. That's what not only karma is, but Mars is highly active. And like I said, with any of the planets, any of the aspects, they're all energy. You got to put that energy out there. Yeah. So that's the second thing. The third thing is that there may be something here where, again, just something changes in a way that you couldn't believe. And it may be a path that you just never knew, but just don't doubt it. Like if there's something that happens and it's putting you on a different path that you didn't, don't doubt it. Don't fight it. Let it happen. It's the Wheel of Fortune attributed to Jupiter. It is a 10. It's new beginnings, okay? And so once you're on that path, you're going to start seeing things happen. And you can always, merge timelines anyway. All right? So the Ace of Pentacles and your crown. I mean, come on. You definitely want these new things because you also got the 10 of Wands here. So you got new. And new. This is honestly like rebirth of Libra. It's like this is your time. Ace of Pentacles, speaking of path, right? You even see the literal golden pathway here. I mean, you're good. You're absolutely good. The archway, right? A gateway into this new path of yours that you're manifesting. And it's a hand of spirit. It's in your crown. Continue to do that. Vibrate at that frequency. Pentacles, money, wealth, but also maybe a new job, new career, new profession, whatever you want. Remember, Pentacles are a physical world, so something coming into your world as well. Now, the 10 of Wands and the root of your spread, yes, it's coming to an end. There's been a lot of weight that you've been carrying. You got to drop. Remember, everything's action. You've got to drop these wands, some of them, right? You don't have to drop all of them. But then look at him. He's carrying so many wands, he can't even see where he's going, right? So drop a wand or two, you're going to be able to see. Yeah. It's a 10, 1, 0 equals 1, new beginning. So this is over. It's the end of the suit. It's completely the end. All right. And so you're moving into something new. And it may be something where you may feel a little bit of like, that may be the thing. You may feel this moment this week where you're like, okay, I can't do this. I've done, my heart's not in it, or I'm taking on too many responsibilities. I need to change things up. I need to make some changes. I know that there's this path waiting for me. And so I am going to drop a wand or two to get a glimpse of that path. Either way, it's you doing the work for it. And then you've got the sun in your future. This is the biggest yes in tarot, is the sun. And remember, Ace, new beginning, the Fool, like brand new, your new journey, right? The Wheel of Fortune is a 10. This is a 10. 1 0 equals 1 new beginning. So all of that, new beginning. And then the Sun, card 19. 1 plus 9 equals 10. 1 plus 0 equals 1. That's another 10, new beginning. So that's, it's, again, there's your rebirth. There's this new you. There's this optimism on the other, hope, opportunities, achievements, freedom. That's the biggest thing, this freeness, that inner child too. It's a far cry from this. Yeah. But this thing, you're definitely, you definitely put in the work, and now you're earning your, you know what I mean? Like what's coming for you. It's all that karmic energy. And so this is amazing. You're good. Let's get to your stuff. I don't even, this is, this is rare. This is rare when you get all, anyway, Libra, if you like this reading, it would be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. Tell me what is going on. I really want to know. I literally told you all the reasons why you have so much to look forward to, and you see it aligning here. So I'm very excited for you, Libra. Libra Nation, let's get to your stuff. Okay, there you go. You're gonna, here's the thing. You're gonna have to end some things. You're gonna have to. But you and your other 10, you're on, there's this new, when I say new journey, new era, I mean, your life is completely going to change. So 10, 10, 10. So all these cards indicating this new beginning, right? All in your main spread, other than that Queen of Pentacles. And then you get another 10. And this is like, it's the 10 of Cups. It's happy everything. This is all this is saying is just don't stop. Don't stop. Don't put things, and you, especially with Mars and Virgo in your 12th, remember I said the lower expression of that could be self-sabotage. So that would be any like self-doubt, like looking at this card, even saying, oh, I don't think I can get that. That's that self-sabotage. You can. This exists for you right now. And so just keep moving in this direction. It's look at the happy couple, happy children, happy family. Look at the house, everything. The rainbow, everything. This is joy. Pure joy. What did I say about Jupiter Kazimi? What did I say about the sun with Jupiter, the new moon? Anyway, you got the 3 of Swords in your external factors area. All right? You see what's happening here. There's going to be something that's hard to give up. And it may be something that you're just used to for so long. But what's happening right now is asking you, and not only you, but every sign, to leave their comfort zones. Your lives are changing. The world is changing. And so you're moving into a new era and a new you. So there may be some things, and this is your card too, right? It's a Libra card. Anyway, some things that just may be hard to let go. And it's one of the reasons why you've got that 10 of Wands, right? You're like, no, I got this. I'm going to keep going with this, when it's like, no, it's exhausting. You're done with it. There's fatigue with it. It's burnout energy. No. So there's something you're going to have to end. And it's all part of your, remember I said, we're in a period of growth. So spiritual growth, personal growth, emotional growth, but also growth, right? Sure. We can call it like the heartbreak card or whatever. It's still a sword suit. Swords. It's up here. Communication, thoughts, ideas. So there just could be something that it's just hard to say goodbye to yesterday. Okay? Yes, I did quote Boys to Men. You got the 9 of Wands. You're gonna have to let it go. You're gonna have to let it go. Okay? Now. I'm joking. But no, seriously. With the 5 of Wands in your final outcome, yeah. Don't. It's almost like there's this it's like Austin Powers in that car. It's like that. know what you want, trust in the universe, trust your intuition, know that there's so much happening for you. You've got the sun in your future. Five of Wands, that's a little bit of conflict. That's a lot of, egos at play, not seeing eye to eye. But look at what's happening here. A lot of this is you. A lot of this would be you. And again, it's not, listen, everyone goes through those moments, right? But you've got Mars in Virgo in your 12th. And that's why I'm just saying, remember, there's that self-sabotage energy. That's possible. You can completely avoid it. But you may, if you find yourself in that situation where it is all that like self-doubt or, saying like, oh, none of this is possible, that's you self-sabotaging yourself. And then you delay, right? Yourself getting to everything. You know how the law of attraction works. I'm not going to, anyway, you have that Five of Wands here. And so the other thing is there may not be seeing eye to eye with other people at the end of the day with the choices you make. But this is your life, okay? It's your life. And if you're trusting your intuition, you know what's best for you. All right? And this is just petty anyway. It's just kids, right? They're just swinging their wands in the air. So whatever this is, it's not even worth your time. You got things to do. You got money. You got the sun. You got everything. You're on your new journey. But yeah, there just may be some things that are hard for you to, end or move on from. But look, you're going to be fine. I'll even do a clarify for you. Like what time? Oh, all right, let's do that fast. Okay. So like with the Five of Wands, yeah, you got to just don't. All right. You don't doubt yourself. Trust your intuition. Trust your emotions. You're going to be fine. Okay. It may be something that is hard for you too, because it may have, it may have an impact on someone that you really care about. And, but listen, with that Two of Swords and the Three of Swords, they're both Libra cards. Come on. You go out to trust your intuition. You've got to face the things that you have to face. Okay. I'll do one more for you because listen, there you go. You have the Page of Wands. So as long as I point this out all the time. You see her back turned to both the moon and the sea. Yep. Intuition, emotions. You got to connect. And then you can take off that blindfold because those swords are going to get heavy, just like those wands. All right. So free yourself. All right. Free yourself. Make those decisions. Be honest with yourself about some things and you do you, and then you're going to be fine with that Page of Wands. There's that fresh new energy. You going after this new thing that you've wanted the whole time, and it's happening. And by the way, then you're not distracted, and pages are messengers. Yeah. So there could be that message of something that you really want that's coming through here. Wands, very career, profession related, but at the end of the day, whatever you're passionate about, whatever you're really, really feeling. Libra, y'all are amazing. Next week, yeah, we'll do July, and then second spread. Oh yeah, I'm very curious too. I'm gonna do a spread just on the new moon. Okay, we're gonna isolate that, and then I'm gonna pull some cards for the luckiest day of the year, the Jupiter Kazimi. Tier 3 members, you know where to find the link. Anybody is welcome to join. Really good and legendary members. And then Libra Nation, I love y'all. I will see you next week. All right, bye-bye.